Agent SOS.
No, it's Felix Leiter. Here's another face-off. Roosevelt, Churchill, and Stalin met for the last...
Thibodaux, Taylor.
Yalta.
Yalta is where they met for the last time in 1945. 20-point lanyard. The story of civilization traces the continuity of world history. This multi-volume set of books was written by a couple with the surname Durant. For 10 points each, what are their first names? Any idea?
Pierre and Charlotte.
No, Will and Ariel Durant are the authors. All right, here's another face-off. What is the number of the British Prime Minister's home on Downing Street in London?
Thibodaux, Andrus.
9.
No, Buras, do you want to try?
Buras, Allen.
911.
No, it's number 10, Downing Street. Here's another face-off. Which American president was known as the silent president?
Thibodaux, Taylor.
Calvin Coolidge.
That's right, Calvin Coolidge is correct. Here's a 30-point lanyard. In 1968, Dr. H. Richard Hornberger published a book under the pseudonym Richard Hooker about his experience with an Army medical unit. Name the television series which was based upon that book for 10 points.
MASH.
MASH is right. For 10 points, name the television character who was based on the life of that author.
Captain Pierce.
Yes, Dr. Benjamin Franklin Pierce or Hawkeye. Another 10 points. What is the hometown of both the author and the fictional character?
Cape Cod.
No, a Crabapple Cove, Maine. All right, here's another. All right, that's the end of that series of questions with our score at 170 to Buras. That's Thibodaux 170, Buras 45. More questions coming, but first let's pause and hear something about each of these fine schools from the team's captains. Let's start with Buras High School, and I beg your pardon? I forgot to do a rapid fire. The brain is slowly fading. If you'll stay with me, I'm sure we'll get through this program. All right, folks, this rapid fire on American presidents from present to past. The connecting theme of these rapid fire questions is American presidents from present to past. Here we go. He starred in Hellcats.
Thibodaux, Andrus.
Ronald Reagan.
That's right. This man commanded a nuclear submarine.
Buras, Allen.
Kennedy.
No, Jimmy Carter. A golf player.
Thibodaux, Andrus.
Ford.
That's right. He reestablished.
Thibodaux, Andrus.
Nixon.
That's right. This man foiled.
Thibodaux, Taylor.
Johnson.
That's right. He's known for his leadership during the...
Thibodaux, Taylor.
Kennedy.
That's right. Supreme Allied Commander.
Thibodaux, Taylor.
Eisenhower.
Right. The capital, this captain of artillery.
Thibodaux, Taylor.
Truman.
Truman is right. Serving as president for...
Thibodaux, Taylor.
FDR.
Right. He opposed repeal of the Prohibition Amendment in...
Thibodaux, Andrus.
Wilson.
No, Herbert Hoover. He contributed a daily column.
Thibodaux, Taylor.
Calvin Coolidge.
Right. He attended the burial of the unknown...
Thibodaux, Taylor.
Warren Harding.
That's right. A graduate of Princeton.
Thibodaux, Taylor.
Woodrow Wilson.
Right. He also served as Chief Justice.
Thibodaux, Taylor.
William Taft.
Right. Robust. All right, we'll hold it right there with the score Thibodaux 285 to Buras 40. And now I have it all in order. Let us pause for a moment and hear about the two schools. Again, we'll begin with Buras High School and hear from their captain, Steve Daigle. Steve?
Buras High School was the first consolidated school in Plaquemines Parish. By 1927, Buras was the first state-approved school in the parish. It offered credits on an alternate year basis because of the difficulty of getting teachers. By the 30s, Plaquemines Parish had 5 schools and was competing in athletics statewide. Today, Today, Buras houses grades kindergarten through 12 and has 1,050 students. It offers a full range of academic subjects including English, math, physics, chemistry, French, world history, American history, geography, computer courses, and well-developed business, music, home economics, and industrial arts departments. We also have a full athletic program including football, basketball, boys and girls, wrestling, baseball, track, and softball.
Thank you very much, Steve, and welcome again to Buras High School. It's good to have you here. Let's hear now from William Taylor about Thibodaux High School.
Thibodaux High School is a coeducational school offering a wide variety of college, preparatory, and vocational courses. Our activities have won recognition, and as we look towards the future, our Tiger Band will represent Louisiana at the 200th anniversary of the Constitution in Philadelphia. THS will also host a State Student Council Convention in November of this year. These activities and many more represent an involved and concerned student body. Thank you.
Thank you, and welcome again to Thibodaux High School. Okay, I hold in my hand the 50-point super trivia question. Everybody ready? Here we go. Bedlam, the name for the first asylum for the insane in England, and with the exception of one in Granada, Spain, the first in Europe. The term bedlam has been used generically for all insane asylums. It's used colloquially for an uproar. The name bedlam is a contraction of the formal name for that original lunatic asylum. For 50 points, what was that asylum officially called?
Thibodaux Andrus.
Bedham Derry.
No, I'm sorry. Buras, do you want to try? Okay, the original name for that asylum in England was the Bethlehem Royal Hospital. No one gets the 50 points. Here's a regular face-off now. We've seen the first nomination of a woman for Vice President of the United States, but who was the first black man to be nominated?
Buras Allen.
Jesse Jackson.
No, I'm sorry. The first black man to be nominated?
Thibodaux Taylor.
Julian Bond.
Yes, Julian Bond is the correct answer. We all right? Okay, moving on. 25-point lanyap. In Louisiana, we like to dine on a variety of cuisines. For 5 points each, indicate the nationality of the following dishes, all of which are available in local restaurants. Enchiladas.
Mexico.
That's correct. Sushi.
Japan.
That's right. Kimchi.
China.
No, Korea. Cannelloni.
Italy.
That's right. Kippers.
England.
That's correct. You got 20 out of a possible 25. 315 to 35 now. Here's a face-off. Name the experimental aircraft which flew completely around the Earth.
Thibodaux Andrus.
Voyager.
Voyager flew around the Earth without refueling. Correct. 20-point lanyap, Thibodaux. Listen carefully as I read the following words and tell which word does not belong to the group. For 10 points, pinnacle, peak, pennant, summit.
Pinnacle.
No, pennant does not belong to the group. For another 10, what exactly is a pennant?
Triangular shaped flag.
A flag or a banner. Right, we'll take that for 10. You got 10, you have 335 to Buras' 35. Here's a face-off. What is the name given to the California coastline south of Monterey?
Thibodaux Andrus.
San Andreas Fault.
No, Buras, south of Monterey, the name of the coastline. Want to try? All right, the name is the Big Sur. Here's another face-off. There is an Indiana State University which is not in Indiana. In which state?
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania is correct. 30-point lanyap. I want you to name the author of the following futurist novels, each worth 10 points. Brave New World.
Huxley.
Will we take Huxley? Okay, that's Aldous Huxley, right? 1984.
George Orwell.
Right, and The Time Machine.
H.G. Wells.
You got it. 30 points for you, total of 370 now. A face-off. Pressure exerted when the heart is contracting is called the systolic. What's the name of the lower pressure when the heart is relaxing?
Thibodaux Hemel.
Diastolic?
That's correct. Diastolic, you got it. Here's a lanyap for 20 points. In 1925, there were 35 leading little theaters in America. Now, of this number, 9 were from the South and 2 from Louisiana. For 10 points each, name the cities in Louisiana where the theaters were located. They are still active.
New Orleans and Shreveport.
That's correct. Both of them still active, too. Nicely done. That's 400 points for you now. Buras 35. Here's a face-off. In a speech, Bernard M. Baruch first used a term to describe Soviet-American rivalry short.
Thibodaux Andrus.
Cold War.
Cold War, that's right. The rivalry short of actual war. Now, this lanyap is worth 40 points. Letters are used in the mathematical field as symbols. For 10 points each, give the meaning of each of the following letters used as symbols in mathematics. N. What do you think?
To denote an unknown number.
That's right, an unspecific number, an exponent. I.
Integer.
I don't believe that's correct. No, we're looking for the positive square root of -1 in this case. R.
Radius.
Yes, or a correlation coefficient. And E.
Exponential notation.
Exponential notation.
No, we're looking for the number 2.7182818. Add on. All right, here is another face-off. In what city is the Cloisters Museum located? It's the home of the famous unicorn tapestries.
Thibodaux, email.
New York City.
That's right. New York, New York. All right, that is the end of it. Our score, Thibodaux 440, Buras 35. We'll take just a moment to verify the scores. Be right back on Varsity Quiz Bowl.
At Pan American Life, we believe education is a cornerstone of our city's future. It's a belief we've acted on. For more than 10 years, we've participated in a business partnership with a local high school. And this is our 11th year as a sponsor of Varsity Quiz Bowl. We're involved in education because our company's continued growth, like that of our community, requires a literate, capable workforce. When you watch Varsity Quiz Bowl, you're really seeing our city's future take shape.
I'm Willie Anastas. A few years ago, my father started SAD, Students Against Driving Drunk. When I signed the contract for life with my parents, a lot of my friends did the same thing. Our school now is a SAD chapter, and since then, a lot of the drinking has stopped, and drinking and driving is becoming a thing of the past. But that's a story happening all over the country. Teenage drinking and driving is a problem we've decided to handle ourselves.
We're winning the battle against teenage drinking and driving, but we still need your help.
All right, our final score today, Thibodaux High 440, Buras 35. Buras, it was not your day today. You came up against a really strong opponent, but of course you made it to the second round, which means that you've done well on Varsity Quiz Bowl. We thank you for being here and congratulate you and wish you good luck, too. Thibodaux, an impressive score, 440. You have really done well today, so of course we'll be seeing you again in our third round. Congratulations to you. Next week there'll be no Quiz Bowl due to the fact that it is preempted, but the following Saturday, March 28th, we'll have 4 games, Holy Cross versus Ridgewood and St. Mary's Academy versus North Shore, and 2 games from round 3, École Classique versus Archbishop Rummel and Mandeville High School versus Isidore Newman. So join us on March 28th for 4 games of Varsity Quiz Bowl. Bye-bye for now.